There now follows a party political broadcast by the Labour Party.
The Leader of Her Majesty's Opposition, the Right Honourable Neil Kinnock MP.
Good evening. The government presented the Queen's speech to Parliament today. It was the Prime Minister's chance to say how she is going to tackle the real problems facing our country. She didn't take that opportunity. In her program, there are no new policies to generate real jobs, to increase investment, or to restore strength to our economy. All this government says is nothing can be done, there is no other way. We all know that the government is wrong. We all know Britain needs a real recovery program. That means building new homes, repairing our roads, modernizing our railways, improving our schools, our hospitals, and our caring services instead of spending £20,000 million this year, keeping people who want to work out of work. And instead of letting £11,000 million a year flow abroad to finance our competitors, we should be investing in our industry and training our young people. That's the way to build a secure future. But of course, it's not just the security of work that people need. We need security and safety on the streets and in the home. We don't have that in Britain today. In the last 6 years of this government, which claimed, remember, to be the law and order government, crime has increased by 40%. Acts of vandalism and criminal damage are 50% higher than in 1979. Robberies have doubled in 6 years. We see the victims of those crimes. Old people, children, poor people, householders. And we feel anger and revulsion, yes, and we have feelings of vengeance too. But anger isn't enough. It's action that we need. Action to help the police prevent crime. Action to ensure the police detect crime. Action to punish criminals. The trouble is that punishment only deals with the results of crime. That's absolutely necessary, but we also have to get at the causes of crime. That demands action too. Yes, of course, crime is caused by greed and malice. It always has been. But the rise in crime has been so great, and the extent of crime is now so broad, that common sense tells us that it doesn't just come from some sudden surge of evil in the 1980s. There are other reasons. There's no single simple reason. Crime obviously hasn't risen just because of unemployment, or just because of bad housing, or just because of poverty. But it's no accident that this huge rise in crime, and especially the crimes of robbery and brutality, has come at the same time as the obvious increase in hopelessness brought about by unemployment and deprivation and decay and division in our society. There have always been crimes for gain, but now we've got crimes for kicks. Crime as an occupation has always existed, but now we've got crime as a brutal, vicious entertainment. That's the awful change in our time. It's not reasonable or realistic to ask the police to deal with all of that on their own. As one police officer put it to me, society can't put all its problems in the dustbin and then ask us in the police to keep the lid on. And that policeman was right. And the business of ensuring that we don't treat either the problems or the police like that is the business of government. Not government by itself. It needs parents, it needs teachers, it needs every responsible citizen. But the government must do its duty. And a government which destroys jobs, which divides people, which denies people hope and homes is not doing its duty. They're not excuses for crime. There is no excuse. But we don't want to just deal with the consequences of crime. We've got to deal with the conditions that breed crime. It needs effective policing. But it means effective policies too. And that's what my party, the Labour Party, is committed to. Practical policies, which make Britain a place where people can get work and get on. A place where people aren't scared. A place which is secure. That's what I want for my own family, my own community. That's what I want for my country. I know it's what you want too. And I also know that working together, we can achieve it. Good night.
If you want to join Neil Kinnock and the Labour Party working for Britain, ring us on 01200 0200. That's 01200 0200. or write to us. The Labour Party, Free Post, London SE 17 1BR.
That was a party political broadcast by the Labour Party.